So I'm moving to Argentina this September, which is crazy. I go to a wonderful untraditional university called Minerva, where I study abroad in a predefined city every semester. So I need to learn Spanish. Imagine this. Back in secondary school, I had the option of studying French, German, or Spanish. If I had forecasted the future and known that I was going to study abroad in Berlin or study in a Spanish-speaking country like Argentina, then maybe I would have studied German or Spanish. But I chose French. And French is a beautiful language, but my God, I wish I had some background in Spanish today. So that's my background, starting from literally zero. If you've been following me for a while, you would know that I love language learning. I lived in France for a while in my gap year to improve my French, which to be honest now is like not doing too well because I haven't really spoken French in 3 years. I can read Hangul and speak basic Korean. I can understand most Dutch and speak conversational Dutch and German, and I just generally adore how languages open up conversations with people. But I have to be honest, I don't know why, but I really am just not feeling motivated to learn Spanish. Every other time I've picked up one of the languages, I've genuinely wanted to. Like, I loved French at school. I've always wanted to learn Dutch because my mum's Dutch and I get that heritage. But for whatever reason, I don't have a natural drive for Spanish at all. I even debated whether or not I should bother trying to learn it. So that's my background. Today we're starting learning Spanish from scratch, so excited to see the progress. Hello. I'm currently staying with a friend right now, which is why I'm in the kitchen. I am gonna get to phase 1 of learning Spanish. The only Spanish I've learned was in Dora the Explorer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Boom, thank you Dora. What I really like to do when I start learning any language is to learn from other people's experiences. So I'm just gonna very casually watch some YouTube videos of people who've learned Spanish, get some advice, like common pitfalls, because every language is so different. Also, it's so good to know different resources. And then secondly, I'm gonna make a vocab list of the top verbs, the most important words. I'm gonna make my Notion page look all pretty. And for me, because I'm serious about this, the main way I'm gonna learn the language is through, of course, a UnJaded course. I'm gonna talk more about them later. This video is so happily sponsored by them. Also, tea, so nice. Okay, let's see. I've also adopted this little book as my Spanish book. Okay, so my biggest learnings are that there are so many different types of Spanish. Like, wow, I don't think I realized what a barrier that can be. Like, the word for bus is different in Spain Spanish, Mexican Spanish, Argentinian Spanish. And so because I'm learning it through UnJaded classes, it could be quite important for me to make sure I have teachers who know Latin American Spanish. I'm also just making sure I'm learning the right vocabulary and trying to listen to Argentinian Spanish. Like, for example, apparently mi amo is how you say my name is, but in Argentinian Spanish, it'll be me llamo. Wow, the difference. Okay, let's start making vocab lists. Okay, here we have it, the 500 most used Spanish words. Ah, I love it, it's a Quizlet deck. Literally perfect. Actuar, does that mean actually? No, it doesn't, it means act. Adivinar, that sounds like divine or to think. It means guess, not bad. Slowly we're gonna learn, we're gonna do it. I'm just about to join my first class for Spanish. Let's do it. I'm so scared, I feel like the first class is always the scariest.
Bien. ¿Y trabajas? Do you work? ¿Trabajas? Mike, ¿por qué aprendes español? Why do you learn it? Hola, Irene. Muy bien, muy bien. Vale, ¿estás trabajando en Barcelona? Hola, Jade.
Hola, Isabel.
Hola.
Hola. Yo me llamo Jade. Tengo 22 años. Soy
Estudiante. Ajá.
Estudiante. Y soy inglesa.
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 ¿Dónde vives? Where do you live? ¿Dónde vives? Jade.
Vivo en Berlin, Germany.
No tenemos comunicación. Ah, muy bien, fantástico. No, fantástico. For your second or third class. Hola, chicos, hola. Muy bien, chicos. Bueno, suena como esto o como... Eso es, ¿vale?
As I got into the flow of the class, I remembered just how much I love this format. Lingoda runs language courses called sprints, where you have lessons every day or every other day for 2 months, and you get flexible online lessons in small group classes with native speakers. 1, 2, 3.
Bien.
Each lesson is 60 minutes, and the class is so supportive and prioritizes speaking, which is so important if you're moving to a new country and actually want to be able to communicate. Also, it's insane. If you complete every single class, you can get up to 100% of your money back, which is just incredible motivation.
Vale.
God, I need to learn the numbers.
I don't know. Vale, no pasa nada. I only learned off the chat.
And as you can see, even if you're nervous like me, you're supported. It's literally so fine if you get stuff wrong. If you're serious about learning a language this summer, I highly recommend a Lingoda language sprint. You can click the link in my description for more information, and you can use my code UnJaded for €20 or $25 off your deposit. Hey guys, so I just had my first ever Spanish lesson on Lingoda. It is so scary. The first time going to a class, I cannot even describe because I don't know anything. Like, I have not learned any Spanish yet. Any Spanish that I've learned is me just like watching people say it and like writing vocab lists, but I've never said out loud things like me llamo Jade. But this is how you learn, is being thrown in the deep end, and that is something that Lingoda is so good for. Literally as I entered the class, someone was introducing themselves, you know, like where they're from, how old they are, what their name is, and I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna have to do that too, but it actually went fine. It was a super basic class. It was just like introductions, having really basic conversations, and just having our pronunciation corrected. Things like a double L is a y sound, like como te llamas, not como te llamas. Like little greetings, hasta pronto, see you soon. Hasta luego, see you like really soon, like in a few hours. Playa is the beach. I don't know if this is a thing in other schools, but it was a thing in my secondary school for some reason, to learn the song Vamos a la playa, a mí me gusta bailar, al ritmo de la noche, sounds of fiesta. I actually did already know that playa was beach, so I'm just a step ahead of everyone, what can I say? But I think that is my biggest touch point with Spanish. Buenos días, buenos tardes, ¿Qué es esto? What is this, guys? ¿Qué es esto? This is a boligrafio. Boligrafio? I think. Boligrafo. Almost. Oh, I'm so glad I learned how to say perdona, which means sorry. And I think it's just such a British thing to say sorry all the time. To like, maybe it's also just a thing about being a woman, who knows. But yeah, like apologizing for everything. So I'm glad that I can apologize for my Spanish and potentially other things. I've got a solid list of things I can go over, and I've got all the notes from the class. But yeah, I think I've done the hardest part. The first class is always the hardest part, so woo! Go Jade, go Jade. Okay, also I put on my Instagram story that I want to learn Spanish, and I cannot even describe the overwhelming love and support that I received from people. I expressed that I'm just not feeling that motivated to learn Spanish. I think it's just because I've got too many other languages that I want to try and improve. But the range of the responses, people being like, yes, Jade, this is literally the 4th most spoken language in the world. Like, this is so useful. Someone's like, oh my gosh, you could literally go on a road trip across South America with Spanish speakers. And I'm like, I would love to manifest that. Also, romantic language. Am I right? How hot am I gonna sound speaking Spanish? Pretty hot is the answer. Guys, I'm so excited. I really wasn't into it a few hours ago, but now we're getting into it. Class number 2. This one's called I Can Survive in a Spanish Classroom.